The wrestling world is still buzzing. Just when everyone thought Ronda Rousey's time in the ring was over, she popped up in Ring of Honor, sending a jolt through the entire industry. That surprise appearance in an ROH ring, AEW's sister promotion, has kicked open the door for what could be one of the biggest what-ifs in modern wrestling history. So, is the baddest woman on the planet about to become all elite? That's the big question, and the speculation is running wild. Today, we're cutting through the noise. We're breaking down what her appearance really means, the potential impact on the AEW women's division, and my own theory for just how and when Ronda Rousey could make a game-changing AEW debut. Let's set the stage. On November 17, 2023, after an AEW Rampage taping in Los Angeles, the cameras kept rolling for Ring of Honor. Suddenly, Joan Jett's bad reputation blasted through the arena, and the crowd went absolutely ballistic. It was Ronda Rousey, not in WWE, not in UFC, but in an ROH ring. She was there to team up with her longtime friend, Marina Shafir, to face the ROH Women's World Champion Athena and Billie Starkz. This wasn't just some random favor. It was a direct follow-up to a match at a wrestling revolver show where Athena had clocked Rousey with the title belt. Tony Khan, the man who owns both AEW and ROH, didn't just let this happen by accident. During the post-Full Gear media scrum, Khan said he had a great conversation with Rousey and wanted to see the unfinished business settled in his ring. He confirmed she wasn't signed to a long-term deal at that moment, but left the door wide open, saying, "We'd love to have her back sometime." This was basically a public handshake, a way for both Rousey and AEW to test the waters and see if the buzz was real. Based on the Holy Essajaw chants that night, it's safe to say the interest is there. The appearance immediately fueled talk that Rousey could be AEW's next huge free agent get, a move that would be a major statement. It wasn't just the fans who were excited. Inside the AEW locker room, the reaction was reportedly very positive. Former AEW Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa publicly stated that Rousey would be a fantastic addition, praising her ability to bring in more business and be a positive force in the locker room. This is a key point. It's not just about star power, but about a respected, mainstream athlete raising the profile of everyone around them. So, what happens if Ronda Rousey does officially sign with All Elite Wrestling? It would instantly give the AEW women's division the biggest dose of mainstream star power it's ever had. Ronda Rousey isn't just a pro wrestler. She's a cultural icon, a UFC Hall of Famer, and a name that people outside the wrestling bubble know. The media attention, ticket sales, and pay-per-view buys would all get a massive boost. Think about the moments that leveled up AEW. The arrival of Jon Moxley, the debut of CM Punk, the signing of Bryan Danielson. A Ronda Rousey debut would be on that same tier, maybe even bigger because of her crossover appeal. She brings an intensity and legitimacy that's hard to match. Beyond the business side, think about the impact on the division itself. For years, a common criticism of AEW has been the inconsistent booking of its women's division. Despite a roster full of incredible talent like timeless Toni Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, Saraya, and Willow Nightingale, the division has often felt secondary. Ronda Rousey changes that. You don't put Ronda Rousey in a single short segment on Dynamite. Her presence would demand major TV time, compelling and long-term storylines, and high-stakes pay-per-view main events. Her arrival would force the entire creative team to step up, and that rising tide lifts all boats. A match against Rousey immediately becomes the biggest prize in the division, putting a huge spotlight on the entire women's roster. Okay, before I get to my big theory, I want to hear from you. What's your dream match for Ronda Rousey and AEW? A technical clinic with Serena Deeb? A hard-hitting fight with Britt Baker? A battle of huge personalities with Toni Storm? Drop your fantasy booking in the comments below. And while you're there, if you're enjoying this breakdown, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future analysis. Now for the part you've been waiting for. How could it all go down? This is my personal fantasy booking, but it's a story that practically writes itself. Shayna Baszler, Rousey's closest friend and rival, revealed in an August 2025 interview that she had been released by WWE in July, despite having 3 years left on her contract. She even confirmed that there have been discussions about what her future might hold, thanks to her friendships in AEW. Rousey's last WWE match was a loss to Shayna Baszler at SummerSlam in 2023, where Baszler effectively ran her out of the company. So imagine this scene. It's a major AEW pay-per-view, like All In or Full Gear. A dominant champion is in the ring celebrating. Suddenly the music hits, but it's not Rousey's, it's Shayna Baszler's. The Queen of Spades has arrived in AEW, but she doesn't come alone. Walking out right beside her is Ronda Rousey. The two former rivals, the MMA horsewomen, are back together, not as enemies, but as an unstoppable force ready to take over. It wouldn't just be one debut, it would be the debut of the most intimidating faction the AEW women's division has ever seen. They wouldn't just be targeting one champion, they'd be putting the entire roster on notice. This scenario creates a shocking moment that instantly launches a dozen new possibilities. Now, let's be real. It's not all sunshine and arm bars. There are some potential hurdles. Ronda's first WWE run, while successful, had its share of friction. Some fans felt she was pushed too hard, too fast, and her relationship with the audience grew tense. She has even commented on ungrateful fans in the past, which soured some people on her. More importantly, Rousey has been clear about her priorities, stating she wants to focus on her family and is not looking for a grueling, full-time road schedule. Her appearances so far have been limited to the LA area where she lives, which suggests that a full-on touring contract is unlikely. And, of course, there's always WWE. It's no secret they would likely welcome her back, even on a part-time basis. She herself has said it would be fun to team with Shayna again. The competition for her signature could be fierce. This isn't a guaranteed slam dunk for AEW, but the moves made so far suggest they're in a great position. So, what's the final verdict? Ronda Rousey in AEW feels like a real possibility, even if it's not a sure thing. The breadcrumbs are there, the ROH debut, the unfinished business with Athena, the warm reception from the locker room, and Tony Khan's public invitation. The potential upside is just too massive to ignore. She brings legitimacy, mainstream appeal, and a much-needed spotlight to the women's division. While there are valid concerns about her commitment and how some fans might receive her, the potential reward seems to far outweigh the risk. Her arrival would mark another major moment for AEW, proving they can still attract some of the biggest names in the game. My final prediction? I believe we will see Ronda Rousey make her official debut, alongside a newly free Shayna Baszler, at AEW's Full Gear pay-per-view. It's the perfect stage for a shocking moment that could reset the entire landscape of women's wrestling in North America. But what do you think? Am I onto something? Let me know your final predictions in the comments below. Thanks for watching.